Hello, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. This week, we'll be starting a new module in our course, First Contact. The phrase first contact is used in anthropology to describe an initial contact between two cultures that were previously unaware of each other. For example, in the Americas, first contact almost always refers to the first contact between indigenous people and Europeans in the 16th and 17th centuries. In science fiction, the phrase applies to the first meeting between humans and aliens. It was first used as the title of Murray Leinster's short story written in 1945. Since then, all stories that involve the first meeting between aliens and humans have been labeled first contact stories. However, the story of a first contact between aliens and humans has been told before Leinster in 1945. In fact, the Victorian writer H.G. Wells has been credited as writing the first alien invasion story in 1898, The War of the Worlds. Today, the story of aliens invading Earth seems cliché, but in 1898, when the most advanced piece of machinery was the bicycle, the idea of an advanced race from outer space conquering Earth seemed fantastic. For this week, we will be starting our exploration of the first contact module with pre-reading activities. First, think about the question, are we alone, for discussion forum number 3. Over 120 years ago, Wells' science fiction novel The War of the Worlds presented Victorian readers with a terrifying answer to the question of whether there is life on Mars. In 2020, the team behind the latest NASA Mars space mission made it their guiding principle to seek signs of life on the red planet. In the summer of 2021, the planets of Earth and Mars aligned to create the perfect opportunity for a new Martian exploration. The name given to the exploration robot, Perseverance, reflects how far we are still prepared to go to answer the big question, are we alone? Before reading Wells' novel next week, think about the question, are we alone? For this discussion forum, write about your belief in intelligent life on other planets and what you think a meeting between humans and aliens would be like. In your response, you may consider the following questions. To what extent do you think intelligent life exists on other planets? To what extent do you think life exists or perhaps once existed on Mars? If intelligent life does exist, how do you envision the first meeting between humans and aliens? Have you seen the congressional hearings on UFOs, unidentified flying objects, or UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon? If not, consider viewing this link, which includes whistleblower testimony from David Grush, an ex-Pentagon official who claims that the U.S. government has been collecting crashed UFOs, reverse engineering the technology, and examining the alien bodies in the crashed UFOs. What do you think about Grush's testimony? Do you believe his claims? Why or why not? To what extent do you think your beliefs about aliens and human contact have been influenced by movies, TV shows, video games, comic books, etc.? When replying to your peer, you may offer words of encouragement, note the similarities and differences in your posts, and/or what you have learned from your peer. This discussion forum is worth 10 points. Your main post is due by the end of the day on September 13th. And your reply is due by the end of the day on September 15th. Next, submit quiz number 3. After viewing the videos, The Alien and Science Fiction Literature, An Introduction to the War of the Worlds, and The Timeline of Martian Discoveries, answer these 5 following questions. 1. What does the term first contact mean? 2. From which word does alien derive? What does this word mean? 3. What does the alien tend to represent in science fiction literature? 4. What's an epigraph? What's the purpose of an epigraph? What is the epigraph at the beginning of The War of the Worlds? And 5. According to the Timeline of Martian Discoveries, a scientist in 1873 wrote an article about the vegetation on Mars. Who was the scientist, and what did he claim about the vegetation in his article? This quiz is worth 5 points and is due by the end of the day on September 15th. Then we have course survey number 1. Your feedback will be used to improve the content and delivery of the course, making English 231 a suitable online learning environment for your needs. If at least half the class participates in this survey by the end of the day on September 15th, the whole class will receive 5 extra credit points. If you have not done so already, please purchase The War of the Worlds. We'll be starting our discussion of this novel next week. Lastly, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me. You may also post your general questions on the class questions forum, or you may stop by during my virtual office hour this week. Due to an English department meeting on Wednesday and the college closing on Friday, the office hour will be only on Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. Have a great week. Bye for now.